Well, 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 look who we have here. Dave. Imagine Dave watching this and like peeing himself because I got it right. Oh yeah, the video. Roblox Piggy. Chapter 9 just released, and man, oh man, the conspiracy theories are out in full swing. All I gotta say is I got it figured out. It's been right in front of our faces this entire time, and at the very end of this video, I will reveal the biggest plot twist that is coming to this story. Just don't do that thing where you skip to the end of the video to see what it is. Literally everyone just left, didn't they? Well, joke's on them because I have a special surprise waiting for those who skip to the end of the video. Anyway, everyone and their grandma is uploading prediction videos, most of which are wrong. Like, how hard is it to crack open the internet Bible webpage called Peppa Wiki and do some research? George is evil! He cooked up this whole thing and is secretly mind controlling his friends because they stole his dinosaur toy. You know his relationship with the dinosaur if you really knew Peppa. But you see my point, right? Literally anyone can make up some weird information and throw it out as a video. The more clickbaity the title can be, the more outrageous the prediction, the better the video seems to perform. Also, you have to do multiple videos. That's why I'm doing a 263-part video series on the predictions of Chapter 10 because it's just too deep of a storyline that I can't sum it up in 5 hours. Buckle your pants, grab your cheesy Pop-Tarts, and let's get this thing started. Chapter 9 starts off in the city. Which city? Metropolis. But NightFoxx, isn't that the city where Superman lives? Yes, but this is the Peppa universe. Who's Superman in the Peppa universe? That's right, the Super Potato. Also, Babe the Pig went to Metropolis and Babe Pig in the city, Pig, City, Metropolis, Super thing, it all adds up. Anyway, as you can see, Grandma Pig lives in the city. She lived there for years after she got lost while trying to venture to the city to save her owner's farm. She met up with an evil dog, but then made friends and got into their gang, and back then she was even a boy pig who could talk. Wait, that's actually the plot of Babe Pig in the City again. I'm sorry, wrong notes. You know what isn't wrong though? Hitting that subscribe button. Go on, you can do it. Make me proud of your clicking skills and make that red subscribe button turn a different color. There's also a bell there too if you want bonus points. Granny Pig has her own shop called Grandma's Pig's Poutine. What is poutine, you ask? It's potatoes! That's right, Grandma Pig be in the back cooking potatoes and eating them. And I wonder how Mr. P took that when he learned of this. Maybe this is the entire reason he wants revenge. All of his friends in the Peppaverse ate potatoes, and now Mr. P has gone mad and wants them all to suffer. But NightFoxx, you said Mr. P was innocent. That's right, he is. I'm getting to that. As I was saying, Chapter 9 opens up in the city, where you are on the rooftops with Pedro, Pony, and Zizzy. How you got up there isn't explained, but after doing hours of research, I found that they got up there by a very unique method. Stairs. Anyway, as you peer upon the city below, Pedro points to the safe space. A bunch of boards nailed together to make a wall. Yeah, that'll hold them. The wall seems to be around some old abandoned warehouse of some sort. Wait, warehouse? You will work with Pedro and Zizzy to escape the warehouse that they took you to. Told you I was right. Take that, you noob! Before you can make it to this heavily guarded, hang on. There, heavily guarded fortress, you have to pass by Ellie's Enterprises, where Ellie the elephant is a ruthless CEO and landlord that had decided to kick everyone out, including Granny Pig. Now Granny is mad and just wants to do some hitting. You of course have to avoid her senile, old worn down body. She's slow. It's not that hard. And you make your way out of the city into the safe house. We'll talk about who exactly is inside the safe house in a bit, but spoiler alert, it won't be Mr. P. Zizzy be acting like she's ready to go help you find Mr. P and that he is off in some magical faraway land. You practically see the words quest in her eyes as she's longed for the chance to be one of the long-lost musketeers. And, you know, her eyes are huge. You can see a whole world inside her eyes. Also, the people telling you Mr. P is behind the dumpster, are you blind? Do you see this shadow? Mr. P is like dummy thick, and this looks like some weird looking french fry. Most people go with the whole Molly Mole on the account of the no ears thing, and well, why are we rolling out Monsieur Bowling Pin, the French pinhead who secretly loves Zizzy and is just trying to get closer to her? Then there are the people who think George Pig is behind the dumpster. All I gotta say is, do you really think that we would go 10 chapters looking for George to find him hiding behind a dumpster? Have you seen movies? Do you know what words are? While we were on the topic of chapter 10, who else are we gonna meet? I myself am 99% sure of what all the characters are inside the safe house, but I'm not gonna tell you, just so I can say I was right when I do the next chapter prediction video. Just for kicks and giggles though, let me know who you think will show up in chapter 10. Will we finally meet TSP? I still like the Tammy Sweet Potato idea myself. We do know now that TSP is one person based off some notes that we found in the city. We also know that they are now not alone as they have recruited others. Who are the others though? What if Bunny was playing you all along back in the metro and faked being sick to come back later and kill you? We gotta meet up with her in chapter 10 in some sewer where she's gonna kill Pony. Or what about this Gerald Giraffe? After all, he is a new skin that was revealed in the recent update, and from this secret unseen footage, he looks like a killer. I mean, look at how he fights. Okay, I can't anymore. That was the best clip I ever seen. Let's just get down to business. Alright, last one, sorry. While running around the map, you come across some more letters. And Mademoiselle Potato, you peeping Tom. One letter you come across is hiding in Grandma Pig's Poutine's shop. And it states that poor George disappeared when my family acted up. This takes us back to the very beginning, in the Peppa house, where George Pig was last seen. Did he get scared and run away? Or was he indeed taken? Or perhaps just escaped? The second note you come across is found in one of the filing cabinets in the office building. News of a cure has been going around, funded by Mr. P. Let's hope all goes well. This basically just reiterates the fact that these potions are tied to Mr. P, and that the news has even traveled to the city. The note isn't signed by anyone, which suggests that a random person might have wrote about it. This might also indicate that this virus was known about before all the aggressive behavior from the potions began, if the potions were even to blame anymore. But just a few rooms over, buried inside a locked room, we see a note from TSP stating, "They've got what we want at the hospital. We get what we need, and we leave." Here is where we get our real first glimpse at just how evil TSP is. TSP wants to steal the potions from the hospital as a way to further frame Mr. P and release havoc on the world. On top of that, given the timeline, we might have even met them there. Then, finally, all things come together when the third note found in the same building states, "We need to start recruiting soon. I'll start with my closest friends." Look carefully at the word I. When would a group ever refer to themselves as I? This confirms that TSP is one person and not a group. Yet, as whoever they are looking to get some recruits to join them. Here is where I'm about to blow all of your minds. You ready? Mr. P has been captured and isn't the villain that everyone seems to think he is. Remember my last prediction video when I said he was being framed? That's because he is, by the Super Potato, aka Mr. P's evil twin. Now, I know I can admit when I'm wrong in thinking that Super Potato and Mr. P were the same person, but hey, can you blame me? Most in the Peppaverse suspected that they were the same person as Mr. P and Super Potato were never seen together, and the show even also tried to trick the viewers into thinking that as well.
I'll just go and see if he is outside. Keep shouting.
Super Potato! Super Potato!
By the power of vegetables, I am here!
Until one episode when Mr. P got locked in his car and none other than Super Potato came to the rescue.
Really, I do not think that will work this time.
By the power of vegetables, I am here!
Hooray!
So now knowing that there is indeed another potato running around, things finally start to make sense. First, the hole in the carnival where Mr. P's office was? What could make that hole? Besides Kool-Aid Man?
Oh yeah!
Super Potato. He could have kidnapped Mr. P there. We had originally thought that Mademoiselle Potato was the victim of the attack, or that maybe she was even patient zero. But all that went out the window when she was just seen standing in one. So if Mademoiselle Potato is fine and isn't patient zero, the person Mr. P cared for, who is? Think about it. Why would everyone in the pig family test for the cure and leave out George? Could it be that he is patient zero and the pig family were helping out because they also had a relationship with the patient? Right now we can only speculate. The part where Bunny received a potion from Mr. P to take? What if that wasn't Mr. P she got the potion from, but Super Potato instead dressed to look like Mr. P? This could mean that the person we originally met in the sewers wasn't Mr. P either, but the Super Potato in his lack of disguise? What if we got sick in the sewer because we were poisoned by TSP and that was his way to get into the hospital undetected? What if us gathering the potions that we needed to unlock the safe was actually what TSP was after all along? It fits perfectly in the timeline and even explains a lot of unanswered questions. It's always been weird that Mr. P seemed good and noble, but then did evil things too, like they were two different people. That's because they are. TSP, like most have speculated, stands for the Super Potato. But, as I stated before, he's not alone. Someone in the safe house will betray us. And maybe a mole within the group. Maybe Molly Mole? After all, most normal people don't go sneaking around behind trash cans without an ulterior motive. With so many questions still remaining, one thing is for sure. Chapter 10 was going to be a doozy. Let me know your thoughts down below, as well as any other theories you may have. I'll be back with another video like this shortly after the release of Chapter 10 and we find out even more secrets. Thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed, leave a like, and subscribe if you're new if you want to see more. Oh, and for those who skipped to the end of the video, remember that big surprise I had waiting for them? Here it is, the big secret reveal!